Friends, this time we will solve 10 questions of SSC CGL solutions on time and work first set. This is Atanu Chaudhary. The first question. 16 persons who can finish a job in 10 days start the job together, but after doing 80% of the job, 50% of the persons left the team. Find the number of additional days required to complete the job. We will use man days as a measure of amount of work. The total amount of work done by 16 persons in 10 days is 16 times 10, that is 160 man days. 80% of this total amount of work is 0.8 times 160, that is 128 man days. So amount of leftover job is 160 minus 128, that is 32 man days. After 50% of the team starting the job left, remaining number of persons is 50% of 16, that is 8. So additional number of days for these 8 persons to finish 32 man days of remaining work is 32 divided by 8, that is 4. Answer is option A, 4. You don't have to worry about how many days the full team of 16 persons had taken to do 80% of the job before 8 persons left. Your main focus is to be on the remaining work and the remaining number of persons only. Second question. If 6 weavers can weave 14 saris in 14 days, how many more weavers will be required for weaving 28 saris in 7 days? 6 weavers weave 14 saris in 14 days, doing the work of 6 men times 14 days, that is 84 man days. To weave 28 saris, work amount doubles to 28 by 14 times 84, that is 168 man days. Number of saris becoming twice, workload and hence the work amount also gets doubled, whatever be the number of weavers or resultant number of days would be. This is because work amount equals workload. To complete this increased work amount of 168 man days in 7 days, the number of weavers required would be 168 divided by 7, that is 24. So additional number of weavers required is 18. Answer is option B, 18. Third question. Runu can do a piece of work in 12 days and Biju in 16 days. They begin together and with the help of another man finish the work in 6 days. If they get a total wage of Rs 3200 for the work, how much Runu should get as his share of wage? The concept of wage earned is, if a number of workers work together to earn a total wage amount, wage earned by an individual worker is directly proportional to the portion of work done by the worker. Runu worked for all 6 days in which the work was completed. In 12 days, Runu completes the work. So in 6 days, he will complete half the work. So he will earn half the total wage of Rs 3200, that is Rs 1600 as his share. You don't have to bother about what Biju or the third man had done at all. The key point to focus on is Runu worked for 6 days and should get as his share the amount proportional to work portion he completed in 6 days. Answer is option A, Rs 1600. Fourth question. Out of 120 poles to be erected, 40 laborers could erect 40 poles in 4 hours. But after that, 8 laborers fell ill and left the job. How many hours more will be required to finish erecting all the poles? To erect 40 poles in 4 hours, 40 laborers did work amount of 160 man hours. After erecting 40 poles, number of poles left to be erected out of 120 is 80. For erecting 40 poles, work amount is 160 man hours. So for erecting leftover 80 poles, work amount yet to be done is 320 man-hours. Also, on reduction of men by 8 from 40, number of men left is 32. So to carry out leftover 320 man-hours of work and complete the job, the reduced number of 32 men would need just 10 hours more. Answer option C, 10. Fifth question. 7 men and 7 women can do a work in 2 days. How much time in days 1 man and 1 woman would take to do the same work? In 2 days, man-persons of total work amount done by 7 men and 7 women is 14 man days plus 14 woman days. So working for 14 days together, 1 man and 1 woman would complete this work amount. Answer option C, 14. Sixth question. A piece of work can be done by B in 12 days and by A in 20 days. A first worked on the job for a few days, after which B started the work replacing him. If the work was finally completed in a total number of 14 days, after how many days from start did A leave? Let X be the number of days A first worked and left, so that 14 minus X is the number of days B worked to complete the job. In X number of days, A did X by 20 portion of work. And in 14 minus X number of days, B did 14 minus X divided by 12 portion of work. As together they completed the whole work, adding the two will result in 1. X by 20 plus 14 minus X by 12 equal to 1. Or 3x plus 70 minus 5x equal to 60, and so 2x equal to 10 or x equal to 5. Answer option D, 5. Seventh question. A, B and C can do a piece of work in 20, 30 and 12 days respectively. A and B begin to do the work together and taking help of C every third day complete the job. If they receive rupees 6,000 as wages for the work, how much money did C receive? Concept of wage earned is, if a number of workers work together to earn a total wage amount, wage earned by an individual worker is directly proportional to the portion of work done by the worker. So our objective is to find the portion of work done by C. In one day, portion of work done by A and B together is 1 by 20 plus 1 by 30 equal to 5 by 60 equal to 1 by 12. As C contributes 1/12 of the work every third day, in every 3 days, portion of work done by A, B and C together is 3 times 1 by 12 plus 1 by 12 equal to 4 by 12. In 3 times 3 equal to 9 days, then the work will be completed. And in 9 days, C will work for a total of 3 days till work completion. So contribution of work portion by C will be 3 by 12 equal to 1 by 4. He will receive then 1/4 of the total wage earned, rupees 6,000, that is rupees 1,500 as his share. Answer option C, rupees 1,500. Eighth question. A cistern can be filled up by 2 pipes A and B in 30 minutes and 20 minutes respectively. Both the pipes were opened together when the cistern was empty. But after a little while, B was stopped and the cistern got filled up in a total duration of 18 minutes. In how many minutes was the pipe B stopped after start? Pipe A worked for full 18 minutes, filling up 3/5 portion of the tank. Then B filled up the rest 2/5 portion of the tank. B takes 20 minutes to fill up the whole tank. So to fill up 2/5 of the tank, it would take 2/5 of 20 minutes, that is 8 minutes. Answer option B, 8. Ninth question. If 30 men work, they take 6 more days than 40 men would have taken to complete the work. How many days would 60 men take to complete the same work? This problem can be solved algebraically with ease by assuming that 40 men complete the work in X number of days. As 30 men take X plus 6 number of days to complete the same work, equating the 2 man days of work, you get 40x equal to 30 times X plus 6, or X equal to 18 days. Total amount of work is 40 times 18 equal to 720 man days. So 60 men will take 720 by 60 equal to 12 days to complete the work. Instead of this approach, the problem can be solved conceptually faster using compensation technique. 30 men worked for 6 more days than 40 men to complete the work. This is equivalent to a work amount of 6 times 30 equal to 180 man days. In the team of 40 men, in addition to 30 men, 10 men worked for compensating these 180 man days during the time of work completion by 40 men. Think it over. So duration of work completion by 40 men must have been 180 by 10 equal to 18 days, and the total amount of work 40 times 18 equal to 720 man days. 60 men would then take 720 by 60 equal to 12 days to complete this work amount. Answer option B, 12. 10th and last question. Ravi is thrice as fast as Mintu and is able to finish a work in 60 days less than Mintu. How many days would they take to complete the work together? Assume that Ravi takes X number of days to do the job alone. As Ravi is thrice as fast as Mintu, to do the same job alone, Mintu will take 3x number of days. The difference of duration of work completion by the two is then 2x equal to 60 or x equal to 30 days. So together in one day they would do portion of job 1 by 30 plus 1 by 90 equal to 4 by 90. Inverting this fraction portion, you would get the number of days Ravi and Mintu together would take to finish the job as 90 by 4 equal to 22, 1 by 2 days. Answer option B, 22, 1 by 2 days. This is where we end the solutions of these 10 questions. To read the solutions of these 10 questions in text, please refer to the corresponding article in our website sursolve.com. The link is in the description of this video. And before signing off, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel if you find this video useful. Happy learning!